The AWP. The Big Green. When people think of Counter-Strike, they think of this weapon. Consistently the difference maker for lineups through the ages, and the tool used in many of the greatest plays in history. But recently, in CS2, it has not been seeing the same impact it once saw. Its utilization has dropped, and many primary AWPers have been struggling. The AWP in CS2 just isn't the consistent playmaker that it was during CSGO, and we've seen a huge increase in the impact of riflers again, with a large percentage of the most exciting players of 2024 being riflers.
And he can often prove enough on his own. And can this little nuisance pull off an unbelievable clutch to keep his team in it? Yes, he can! Donk the Destroyer!
So is the AWP of old dead? That's what we're going to look at today. Of course the AWP isn't dead. I mean, I'm just being obtuse for views, to be honest. But it certainly has begun to play a different role in Counter-Strike 2, and has begun to be utilised less frequently compared to previous iterations of the game. Between the end of CSGO and CS2, the AWP actually wasn't changed stat-wise. The impact has come from macro factors. The impact of rifles becoming more effective has had a massive impact on how the AWP is and can be used, all without actually having had its stats changed. In addition to how the game is played round by round with the introduction of MR12, there are simply fewer rounds where the AWP is able to be pulled out, and often an investment into the Big Green is simply too risky, and a team may decide to go for 5 rifles and more utility instead. And while the impact of the AWP has always been in flux, with Valve making numerous changes through the 25-year history, most famously the nerf in 2014 changing the scoped movement speed, the large change we've seen between CSGO and CS2 hasn't been seen before. On a macro scale, the impact has been huge. While the eye test has shown anyone with an interest in Counter-Strike that the AWP's impact has been reduced, the stats actually surprised me. If we look at the top 30 in CS2 over the past 12 months, 9.41% of all kills have been made by the AWP. But if we look at 2022, the final full year of CSGO, AWP kills made up 12.02% of all kills. And if we go back even further, looking at every kill of CSGO in the top 30 since HLTV began to track it in 2015, 12.92% of all kills in top 30 matches were made by the AWP, second only to the AK. While these percentages don't seem too big, 9% versus 12%, each percentage point is thousands of kills per year, just showing how big of an impact the AWP has felt. The change in the game made up between CSGO and CS2 has also had a pretty dramatic effect on players and teams. With the exception of ZywOo and m0NESY, most main AWPers have had a large reduction in impact. I mean, Simple, the greatest player of all time, hated how CS2 felt so much that he had a 10-month break. And now he's back, he is washed as fuck. But ignoring the example of Simple, let's look at the primary AWPer from each top 5 team. Wonderful from Na'Vi. While he didn't play tier 1 during CSGO, so his statistics are slightly skewed, but against the top 30 opponents he did play in CSGO, he was getting 0.38 sniper kills per round. And now in CS2, as part of the #1 team in the world, he's only getting 0.29 sniper kills per round. m0NESY, during CSGO, was getting 0.4 sniper kills per round, and now in CS2, on track to get the best player of 2024, is only getting 0.37 sniper kills per round. Small reduction still, but less bad than anyone else. ZywOo was getting 0.32 sniper kills per round during his CSGO pro tenure, and now in CS2, he's getting 0.27. Spirit's Shiro during CSGO was pulling 0.43 sniper kills per round. Just insanity. I think Shiro was super underrated during his time in CSGO, and in CS2, still playing well, but only getting 0.31. This could be due to his teammate Donk's incredible fragging ability, taking away kills from Shiro, but this just leads into my argument that the AWP simply just doesn't have as much impact as the AK. Torji from Mouse during CSGO was getting 0.4 sniper kills per round, and now in CS2 is getting 0.33 AWP kills per round. And below the top 5, the impact is even more severe. It's pretty obvious that AWPers are playing less of an impactful role within a team than they did during CSGO. The top 20 this year will have more star riflers than in previous years, and AWPers are also beginning to increase rifle utilization themselves. So why might this have happened? I mean, the game during CSGO was played quite a bit slower. The slower game allowed the AWP to play more dynamically around the map. With more rounds lasting longer, they had more time to play dynamically, opening up opportunities for a frag. And with buffed smokes in CS2, 20 seconds compared to CSGO's 17, there is more punishment for T-sides taking their time without trying to take space. CTs can keep their utility longer, stopping site takes later into the rounds. This has increased the importance of rifles with their space creation advantages over the AWP. In addition to these meta changes, the Peeker's advantage simply removes some of the consistency from AWPers, as they're unable to hold angles as effectively. They still can hold angles, but it's less effective than it was during CSGO. Finally, with the move to MR12, the AWP is picked up less purely because of the economic implications. They just can't be picked up as much as in CSGO. If a team is on the back foot, an AWPer can pick up the big green only around 3 times per half, if that. The AWP is simply a lot less of a strong investment in CS2. All of this isn't to say the AWP is useless now. I mean, far from it. It still has the ability to be the most impactful gun in the game in the right hands. But with the changes to the game seeing rounds speed up, riflers having a massive Peeker's advantage, and fewer rounds per half, the AWP of old simply just doesn't exist anymore. And is that a bad thing? The AWP is still around, it's still able to provide the incredible plays it always has, but its impact has been brought more in line with its unscoped counterparts, the AK and M4. And anyway, over time, the meta shifts naturally. So who knows, maybe 2025 will see the AWP return to its CSGO peak. Let me know what you guys think of the AWP in CS2, and thanks for watching. Peace. Oh, subscribe.